Okay, so there's been a video uploaded on YouTube by a YouTuber called Dodford, and it seems to be flying, and it's called How the Sidemen Built a $100 Million YouTube Empire. Now, the Sidemen are big inspirations for people like myself. The reason why I'm doing this is a lot of it down to the Sidemen, so I want to see their formula. I want to know how they built this. I want to know what me and my friends, the Beta Squad, can do to reach their level. So let's have a look at this video. Let's see what this Dodford guy says. Hopefully we get some tips. Let's go.
In 2022, the Sidemen are international superstars. They're creative pioneers, lucrative businessmen, and the face of UK YouTube.
100%.
But all this fame and acclaim starts with 7 lads in their bedrooms itching for an impossible future. It's a success story for the ages.
I like it. 16 seconds and I like this video a lot. His voice is soothing, well-made video. The background, beautiful. The camera angle, amazing. Dodford, who are you? I'm already sub to you. See, I had to pretend I didn't know who he was. But I'll be honest, I already saw this video. I commented 5 days ago called Commented Greatness. I should expose myself. But let's carry on watching. It's a good video. It's a really good video.
But can it ever be done again? The inspirational journey is a decade in the making. Let's whiz through it. Simon and JJ knew each other in school, as did Toby and Josh. They hung out online for a while before inviting Ethan one day in 2013. Vic joined later that year, and the 6 of them began a GTA group called the Ultimate Sidemen. Fancying one more member, the group was completed with Harry's arrival in early 2014. All 7 were creating individually on their own channels before deciding to join forces. And thus...
They're so good, man. Look at them. This is weird as well, how different they looked. To be fair, Simon... No, still looks... Simon looks similar, just older. Like more like a man like now. He's got facial hair. Vic, same thing. Harry, same thing. Toby, I'd say, looks different. Ethan looks the most different. He's had the biggest glow up. He smashed it.
Sidemen were born. Their first year was a quick success. Their GTA videos found traction and clearly... This is before
I actually discovered him. I wasn't watching YouTube when I was growing up. This is before I discovered him. I discovered him pretty late, like 2015.
Upon something
just before I started.
So much so that with their growing platforms,
I knew
rising
KSI was.
monetization, and flourishing friendship, they left their parents' homes and created the Sidemen.
And I knew who Harry was because the blue jumper guy. That's who he was. I remember that.
It's that dick in your throat.
It was here that the Sidemen's output hit maximum overdrive. With nothing to do besides record videos all day, every day, in each other's company, their YouTube channels grew and grew and grew. All things considered, they'd landed in the perfect setup. They were doing what they loved in an environment that encouraged it while living with their closest mates. But for many of them...
Oh, I miss living with my boys, man. I miss living with the Beta Squad. Watching this is like, they open the doors for people like Beta Squad and all these other like groups, and not even groups, just like YouTubers to like do so much. Like, these guys are amazing. These guys are the best. But that trim though, Jesus, that trim. I remember this trim. I can compliment you guys. I can speak highly about you guys, but that trim, that trim is not.
I'm sure this was a crossroads moment. It was a huge risk moving into a house with practically strangers. YouTube was big at the time, but being a YouTuber, it wasn't quite respected yet, at least I'm sure not from their parents. Sure, the value of the job was revealing itself, but there were no guarantees. And they were young, finding their feet, working out who they were. Was it the right decision? Fuck it.
I've got 300 subscribers in an hour. I'm gonna go and do more.
They were kids chasing a dream. 7 lads who wanted a different life and wanted to have fun along the way.
Boys. Shit, man, we're going somewhere. Yeah. I need to do more of it.
Play, record, edit, sleep, repeat, over and over. They put the graft in.
So
days
inspiring,
at their desks,
man.
Cultivating something big they were only just sniffing. Something was forming here, and millions began to notice.
This video is so good. Hey, Dodford. Hey, you know what my new dream? No, you know what my new dream is? My new dream is to have Dodford make a video about me or my friends. He just makes anything seem like so much more exciting. This video's captivating. Yeah, exactly. The video's so captivating. We're only 2 minutes in and it's got me like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like so indulged. I've already seen it, by the way, but this like I'm just so like engaged. Big up the Sidemen, man. Like, when you watch videos like this, it makes you realize like how much they've done. And obviously, like, today the Sidemen charity match happened, so it's even more like fresh in my brain how amazing, like how much great work they've done. But big up the Sidemen, man. Big up.
The Sidemen house really brought the lads together.
The music choice is so good as well.
As well as colleagues, they were truly best friends. They were each integral parts of the group. But a side effect of broadcasting your lives like the boys were is something interesting. We felt like a member too. It was intimate. When fans today say they grew up with the Sidemen, this is where it began.
Can you come see this real quick?
Personalities bloomed, dynamics developed, and the character archetypes were formed. It didn't take long to expect Vic to be bullied, JJ to do something weird, or Ethan to laugh hysterically. They'd gone from one-man shows to a sitcom cast, and fans were ready to binge.
To remain in a reformed European Union,
we have a disaster called the Big Lie. Champions of the world.
The mid-2010s were the golden era of YouTube vlogging. Despite coming from backgrounds in gaming, the Sidemen were finding great success in their real-life content. Of course, YouTube was bustling with this stuff back then.
Hello everyone, today I'm joined with all these YouTubers. We've got Zoe, Che, Casper, wherever he's, well there you are, and Alfie Davis. Yeah.
Joe Sugg and his creator friends reigned the platform for years. But many of these guys are nowhere to be seen in 2022. Asked why, Joe Sugg said,
my audience have all grown up, or the audience I had back then, they're all now in their 20s. The stuff that I knew how to make back then is not what they want to consume now as content.
Which means one thing, they didn't adapt well enough. Not like the Sidemen.
And welcome to the Sidemen channel.
2016 was a pivotal year for the Sidemen. It was time to expand, attempt new things. Their shared channel was born just in time for their first charity football match.
An embrace here from the Sidemen.
Mini Minter.
I was at this game. Southampton. I was at this game, I remember. 2016? Something like that. I went to this game and I remember I had about maybe no more than a couple thousand subscribers, 2,000, 3,000, no more than like a few thousand subscribers. And I remember being at this game and thinking, I would love to play one day. 4 years later, I'm still thinking I'd love to play one day. But no, what like this, the fact that they've had like multiple charity matches and like the turnouts and the amount of money they've raised is flipping insane, man. Absolutely insane.
100 grand.
How many goals does Minman have as well right now? He must have like 50 goals in charity matches.
Are made for the charities, which is fantastic.
They tightened up their branding, hired the right people, and a decision was made to slowly phase out their gaming content in favor of their newer project, Sidemen Sunday. These videos, every Sunday, started modestly, with standard trends and ideas. It didn't take long, however, for those ideas to expand alongside a growing budget. These videos were the Sidemen really sensing their creative potential. The combination of adolescence and resource coalesced into highly captivating content. The Sidemen channel raked in millions of new fans, and larger corporations noticed. In 2018, the group announced The Sidemen Show. Published on YouTube Originals, the 7-part series was the boys' first dip into traditional media. With professional crews and budgets, the Sidemen were now equipped with real production value, as well as celebrity co-stars. This series had all the bells and whistles of larger productions, but still the authentic heart that Sidemen fans loved.
I think we just do a drive-by Moonlight. You get your ass up, we'll just drive by loads of people.
Alright, wait.
Oh no! He had his ass out!
Despite all this, the boys never tried to repeat it, but they did catch a taste for that production value. Wanting to take matters into their own hands, but knowing they'll need help, they laid their eyes on talent manager Tanya Pyle, who helped put the YouTube original series together.
And we were just like, yo,
I've heard a lot about TP.
Be our personal manager, and she thought about it, and she was like, fuck it, let's go, let's see what happens.
This catalyzed a new era of Sidemen Sundays. Bigger ideas.
But how did they do that? What's the string? Wait, what?
This catalyzed a new era
Where's
of
the
Sidemen
string? Where's the rope?
Sundays. Bigger ideas, larger budgets, and longer screen time. hours of content for fans to consume.
I'm so invested. Someone just said Sharky looks so invested. I'm so invested in this video. Like, I'm a fan, you know? So when I'm watching this and I'm watching about like how they've, I don't know, how this process happened, I'm like super invested because this is something that we're trying to replicate as a group, you know? So if any tips we can take from them, we will take it in a heartbeat. So I'm super invested.
Every single Sunday. It became an instrumental part of a fan's week. They were huge videos, but more importantly, they were consistent.
Please tell everybody your favourite magic spell.
That regularity, alongside the boys' hunger to keep pushing, forced the Sidemen into the mainstream. This holiday video, in which the boys split up into a cheap and expensive group, went platinum. On paper, it's 2 hours of the lads abroad, but the views don't
91
lie.
million.
This video is pure entertainment. Beneath the extensive planning and absorbing performances, there's an effective story here. And some real heartwarming moments.
I'm happy right
The
now.
Sidemen were now operating at their highest potential, which means they had a lot to lose. How could they ensure all of this success didn't start crumbling?
That's what I want to know. This is what I want to know. How can they ensure that this success didn't start crumbling? This is what I want to know. Tell me, Dodford. Is it Dodford? Was it Dodford? Dodford, yes. Tell me, Dodford.
The Sidemen are made up of more fame, money, and influence than they ever expected. They'd gone from gaming after school to having the world at their fingertips.
Big
It's
time.
a power shift sure to go to the heads of most, but the boys never forgot their roots. A system had to be put in place to keep each other grounded.
Right, you sacrifice personal goals and achievements also for a group in achievement. And it's not because it's just like brand achievements, is we're friends, right?
The Sidemen are pretty clear about who's in charge. No one. They knew from day one that keeping it democratic would eliminate egos. With no leader, everyone has equal priority and responsibility. Every Sidemen Sunday you watch was assigned to a specific member whose job it was to organize and oversee the whole project. When a video is completed, it's tallied up on a spreadsheet next to the member who directed it.
I've
The
heard
goal
about this.
is to rotate this assignment around with responsibility.
I've heard about this. I heard they all, obviously, everyone knows they all have a video each, right? And I've heard they have like a fine system, like a card system, yellow cards for lateness and all that stuff. I feel like we need that because obviously we're uploading weekly, and this year we've been doing really well. We've not missed a week since we came back in February. But I feel like we do need to share responsibility a lot more and hold each other accountable more. If the Sidemen could do it, we should be able to do it, man. We should be able to do it.
Being shared equally. But this is only half the system. How did the Sidemen eliminate tardiness?
Yeah.
The card system is the group's way of ensuring accountability.
And if you're 30 minutes late to a shoot, you get a yellow card.
2 lates and a red card. With the red card, a Sidemen Sunday you directed is now scrubbed off your tally. Why is this bad? Because now you're behind the rest of the group. And remember, the goal is for this tally to be equal amongst all of them. Next time a video is assigned, it has to go to you.
If you have to sacrifice maybe like one thing that you can do at a later date for the benefit of 6 of your friends, you're gonna do it.
If you get yellow cards, you have to put more work in then.
The more you let the team down, the more work you do. This decision might...
That's such a good idea, man. That is such a good idea. You know, I'm gonna tell the boys we need to do something like that because it's the only way we can be close to them. We need to hold each other accountable. Now I've been guilty of it. Sometimes I'm late to shoots. Other guys are late to shoots. Some of the guys in the group sometimes do more work than others, and sometimes it just, you know, it needs to be like how they're doing it.
Might be the key factor why the
Beta
group
Squad
is still so strong today. The group takes priority, and they've all recognized this. Their longevity is a result of discipline and selflessness. But it would be criminal to leave their team out of this. For years, the Sidemen boys were jack of all trades. You have to be when starting YouTube. This meant knowledge of sound, camera, marketing, distribution, design, and editing. But there's a crucial stage in every creator's growth where
That's true, you know. You know, I don't realize that as a YouTuber, you have to learn all these things. I don't know how many jobs that is. Like, you have to learn how to be your own cameraman, sort your own sound out. There's a lot of technical stuff that goes with this. Like, if you can see right now what's in front of me, I don't know if you can see. But like, I've got like this soundboard thing. I've got like loads of crap here. You gotta be versatile as a YouTuber. You gotta edit. editing. People go to do whole courses on editing and stuff like that. You gotta learn how to promote yourself, be a promoter. You gotta do a lot. And you gotta learn all of that.
Leave that control behind.
We have a couple people that are so essential to the whole operation now because they've come in and they've just put us first on a daily basis.
And today, they have an expert team of specialists that help bring their dreams to reality. Dozens of employees that help on thumbnails all the way up to building businesses. They've recruited powerful people with talent and drive that helps complete the Sidemen puzzle. And in doing so, the group's job titles have evolved.
I think the one thing that's very different about being a video creator is that to do it as a job, you have to become a distributor.
As they've aged, qualities in management, supervision, and leadership have had to form. A spirit for enterprise emerged, and many successful business ventures are thanks to the behind-the-scenes help. Because of this rock-solid...
They're so good, man. They're so good that it's almost annoying. Like, they have, like, they got a Sidemen channel. Then they got the more Sidemen channel. Then they got Sidemen Reacts. Then they got Sides. Then they got the vodka brand, but I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know about that. I don't know much about that. Then they've got, like, the Mr. Men book collab. Then they've got their clothing line. Then they've got all their own channels. Hey. And they had a massive charity match today. And they got Side Plus. And big up Sidemen, man. Big up to the Sidemen. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan who wants to show them respect. They deserve a lot of respect. And they're not even like, and they're just touching, some of them are just touching 30 now. So all the stuff they'll do in their 20s. Crazy.
Solid foundation and guidance.
Grind is real, man.
It's really hard to see the Sidemen slowing down anytime soon.
You guys really could do Sidemen forever and have it maintain your lifestyle forever.
I'm sure the Sidemen look back on their journey as a bit of a fever dream. They've accomplished so much, and every step is still there to be watched. Just 10 years ago, they were kids.
Thank you, Edbar, for the subscription.
They didn't know their place in the world, what was destined for them. They just had the balls to imagine. It took creative thinking, an endless drive, and a whole lot of responsibility, but the Sidemen paved their own path. And as impossible as it seems now, I'm sure back then, they felt the same way. YouTube today might seem like an impenetrable fortress, like the stars are already established, but the world latched on to the Sidemen for who they were. You don't need $1 million or a dedicated team. Audiences want one thing, and that's you. Ultimately, the Sidemen proved one thing, that anything is possible if you just believe in it and do the fucking work.
WVid. I want to first pick up the Sidemen. First, I want to pick up the Sidemen. Secondly, I want to big up Dodford, the guy who made this video. What a video that was. Oh my word. WVid, guys. So good. My dream is to work so hard that people make videos like this about me or the Beta Squad. That is so sick. Imagine you're a Sidemen member watching that. That's sick.